I'm passing the following part to my partner, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jen. Hi, I'm Jeffrey. So I'm going to present about the Liew.net fraudulence research. From the research on 300 forums which have been carried out to identify the fraudulence of Liew.net, it shows that seller non-delivery of item is the security issue of fraud which occur the most in Liew.net, with the amount of 195 times of occurrence as referred to bar chart, or 53% as referred to pie chart of 300 forums altogether. This followed by misrepresentation with the amount of 73 times of occurrence as we can refer to bar chart, or 90% that show at pie chart, and followed by poster problem which with an amount of 33 times or 9%. Following by fee stacking which appears to be the second least time of occurrence in Liew.net with 2 times of occurrence. On the other hand, shield bidding as well as bid sniping appear to be no occurrence in the Liew.net. This can be proof that seller non-delivery of item appears to be the type of fraudulence which concerned the most by Liew.net members or bidders. Next, I'm going to talk about the resolution of the fraudulence. Based on the research which have been carried out, there are no resolution for the majority of the fraudulence cases, which with a percentage of 73%, or an amount of 220 cases. On the other hand, there are fewer cases which have been solved, and it consists of 27%, or with an amount of 80 cases only. And now, I'm going to talk about the fraudulence cases based on the years. It is from 2005 until 2010. From the research which have been carried out, it shows that year 2010 has the most fraudulent cases with an amount of 176 cases, which show at the bar chart, or consists of 56% which stated in pie chart. Then it followed by year 2009, which with an amount of 88 cases, or consists of 29%. On the other hand, in year 2005, it consists the least amount of fraud case with an amount of 3 cases only, or consists of only 1%. As a consequence, this can be proof that the cases of fraudulence increasing 57.67% from year 2005 until year 2010, which from just only 3 cases to 176 cases. Okay, that's all about the Liew.net fraudulence research. And now I'm going to present about the online auction fraud prevention. There are lots of prevention can be avoided, such as, first, check seller's feedback. One of the best way to judge a seller's honesty is to check his or her feedback. Most buyers will give feedback on a sale, rating the seller in the seller's feedback profile. If the feedback is negative, it will be very difficult for that seller to buy or sell anything on that auction site in future. So, check the seller's feedback, and if it is not overwhelmingly positive, so do not buy it. Second, find out seller's contact details. Before you enter into a deal, try to establish contact with the seller. On eBay, you can search information on a member by visiting the Find Members page. If you can get a phone number or an email address, you have a better chance of solving any future problems. You could establish contact with the buyer by requesting further information about the nature of the product in which you are interested. Third, the payment methods. Credit cards are the safest way to buy anything online for the simple reason that in the case of fraud, most credit card companies will cover the cost. Online payment services such as PayPal and FastPay are also popular with auction site users because of their safety. These are account-based systems that send money via credit card or bank account. Fourth, use an escrow service. For higher price items, you should consider an escrow service. An escrow service acts as a middleman between the buyer and the seller to ensure a fair transaction. The escrow service holds the item and the money until the buyer has inspected and approved the goods. Only then does it release the money to the seller. The only downside is that it will cost the buyer extra to use this service. However, it is something to bear in mind when buying more expensive items. Last but not least, it is complaints or fraud protection. Most online auction sites have a complaints procedure. For example, if the buyers are not happy with the goods or they have not received them, every online shopping site operates a fraud protection program such as Liew.net and eBay.com to help to protect their online customers and avoid them being scammed. Okay, that's all from me. Then I pass my turn to Jen again. She will be talking on the punishment for fraudster and conclude everything. Thank you very much.
After looking at the online auction fraud prevention, we now move on to punishment for fraudsters. As for online auction fraudsters, they will need to have punishment for what they have done for those victims. Typically, the punishment which used for the fraudsters will be fine, penalty, and imprisonment. According to Dashburn, the minimum punishment for fraud on online auction sites will be 3 years and maximum will be life imprisonment. In conclusion, although fraudulence have been occurred increasingly, there still have ways of prevention which are available for the bidders or online shoppers to avoid to become the next victims, as well as the punishment for those fraudsters. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Hi, Hi, good morning to Mr. Ronnie and our fellow friends.
We are
Y2J. Our topic that we are going to present is Fraudulence of Liew.net.
Our presentation includes the types of fraudulence and its specific
Of Liew.net.
Our presentation includes the types of fraudulence, research on the